Now, the BBC has found a pattern of spikes in trades and financial markets ahead of public announcements by US President Donald Trump, including during the Iran war. It's raised suspicions of insider trading, whereby bets are made by people based on information that is not available to the general public. Though some have argued certain traders have become more adept at anticipating the president's interventions. Let's talk to our business correspondent Nick Marsh for more on this. Nick, tell us what you found.
Well, quite a lot of examples of these spikes, Sally. I'll just give you the first one I found, and one of the most prominent ones. It's on the 23rd of March. Trump had spent the weekend preceding that threatening Iran's power plants, much like he is now. But then suddenly, on the Monday morning, before the stock market opened in the US, he said that the United States had had very good and productive conversations with Tehran over a complete and total resolution to hostilities. That's what he posted on Truth Social. So then oil drops by 14%, which is understandable. You go back, though, and look at the trading volume data, and you see a massive spike in the number of oil futures contracts exchanged between about 14 to 16 minutes before the post. That's hundreds of millions of dollars, and those traders will have made a huge amount of money through what's known as short selling. That's just one example of quite a few that I found, Sally.
And Nick, you've also been looking at these prediction markets which have exploded in popularity in the past couple of years.
Yeah, so the two main ones really are Polymarket and Kalshi. You might have heard about them. They're websites powered by blockchain. You can bet on anything really, from the weather to baseball to US foreign policy. It's like a very simple yes or no mechanism, whether something will happen or not. Donald Trump's son, by the way, Donald Trump Jr., is an investor in Polymarket. He sits on its advisory board as well as on Kalshi's advisory board. We have contacted him, incidentally, but no response. But yes, on these predictions markets, people have been making an awful lot of money around American military action around the world. For example, I saw one user called Burdensome Mix set up an account on Polymarket in December last year, and between the 30th of December and the 2nd of January, this account placed $32,000 on Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan president, being ousted. The next day, he was seized by US Special Forces, and the account made nearly $500,000. Then it changed its name and hasn't placed a bet since. There are also similar bets being placed on US strikes on Iran, for example. We spoke to Polymarket. It told the BBC that it sets and maintains and enforces the highest standards of market integrity, and it said that it proactively works with law enforcement to do so. And in March this year, both Polymarket and Kalshi outlined new rules to crack down on insider trading.
And what about the White House? What has the response been from the White House to these allegations?
No response when I contacted them. Spokespeople in the past have made it clear that they do strenuously deny any form of insider trading involving the White House. There was one who told another outlet last month it didn't tolerate any administration official illegally profiteering off of insider knowledge. There's always the possibility, Sally, that traders are getting better at predicting when Trump will make a U-turn, or market conditions signal he might intervene in some way. Traders get ahead of that. You can't rule that out. But it's the consistency of these spikes, and it's how often it happens before Trump says something that has got people raising eyebrows.
OK. Nick, thank you very much indeed. Nick Marsh there in our Asia Business Hub in Singapore.